Kanye West. Yay. Kanye is way. He's gone way out there. And I do not think, in fact, I'm pretty sure there is no return for him at this point. Yet, granted, he can still make music, push his own product, do whatever he's going to do. But I think in the court of public opinion and the realm of ever being invited in or like having any legitimate place, I think it's pretty much over. And I am deeply saddened by this. My brother Kanye West, shout out. This is a painful video to have to do, but let's talk about the latest when it comes to Kanye. And he went on a tweeting spree over the last 24 hours, and this is probably the worst one. He's done this before. Kanye's been known to let loose on the keyboard or the phone, whatever he's on, whatever device he's using, and he has gone nuts before. He's been off his medication previously, and to be honest, I've stuck with him plenty of times that he said some things that could be misconstrued as being either anti-Semitic or being just, agitating to the general population, to the general sensibility of most people, including his fans. I've stuck with him, and I've always treated Kanye as a family member, like that crazy uncle who is on drugs, on medication, or slightly off, belongs in an institution, but that's your family, right? When they show up for Thanksgiving, like, you want to see them be better. You want to see them get better, right? That's how I've always felt about Kanye. This man's contributions to music are undeniable. It's not whether you're a fan of Kanye's or not. To me, would actually, like, if you don't understand his place in history when it comes to hip hop, that just suggests you don't know anything about music whatsoever. Forget about hip hop. You don't know anything about music, because his place has been cemented. His legacy as an artist, what he's done, is beyond most people in most generations of music. He is a phenom. He was a phenom. He was an amazing musician, amazing rapper, producer. He's worked for so many people, done so much work. He's contributed. He's changed the game. He's literally an innovator. He's somebody that just goes beyond. When it comes to fashion, when it came to his line of Yeezys and stuff, he totally changed Adidas's entire brand. So there's no denying any of that. I just hate to see it all go down in flames. I hate to see it all go down the toilet, and that's pretty much what it looks like at this point. Time to Talk podcast. Let's get into Ye and the latest rant of such anti-Semitic things that he's, the many things that he's saying. I want to get into right now. Let's take a look at some of these. All right, so he, in the last 24 hours, like I said, let's just, the most recent one. I am not doing a coin. I make products. I only do things I am passionate and knowledgeable about. I'm too rich to do anything else. Coins prey on the fans with hype, just like hyped up sneakers culture. Where's the FTPS now? Anyway, this is something about one of his Jewish associates. I don't even get into that one. There's one about Kamala Harris, and when Vice President Kamala Harris, vice president who didn't want to FUCK the Vice President Kamala, it's like she had a hit record, but now that she's out of office, no one wants to FU anymore. It's like she got dropped from her label. Okay, that's not even on the realm of super controversial and things we're going to talk about today. It's not even bad. I'm not going to do all this work to say what the F I want and then not say what the F I want. Okay. Pardon me, I meant F everybody. Keep broke opinions to a minimum, like your bank account. He relishes in the, in the fact that he's super rich, and he's basically poking fun of everybody who's not rich. Okay, that's pretty insecure. I don't like that I said social experiment. I'm tweeting everything I felt, and I'm not fixing nothing. F everyone. Okay. Now this one here gets controversial. I'm not even going to show it because they basically X marked it with content warning, graphic content. X labeled this post as containing graphic content. And of course I looked to see what it was. And here's his post. I've wanted to make this t-shirt for years. My greatest performance art piece thus far. And what did he make? He made a t-shirt with a Nazi SWAT sticker dead center in the middle of it, black. Now, I can't defend that. I can't possibly see his, there's a moment where, again, in the past, where I would slightly defend some of the things he said based on how he was saying it and the statement he was trying to make. So Kanye has a habit of trying to make profound statements about the industry or about the way things work behind the scenes or the music business or slavery, the way things work, the way artists are slaves to labels. Like, he's made these comments before that were so shocking, but behind it all, he had a rationale for it, right? Like, he was trying to make a point. Like in this particular case, he calls it performance art. I can't, this one, a Nazi SWAT sticker dead center in the middle of a t-shirt. I'm sorry, you just can't defend that. That would be like an artist, a white artist, making a t-shirt, going on this rant about black people and the history of slavery, and then creating a t-shirt with slaves being hung from a tree or being whipped, and somehow claiming that he's making a statement about it all. I can't see what he's trying to do here. And teaching hate, promoting hate. Here we go. Here's another one. I was abused by Jews, specifically Jamie Dimon, froze my accounts. Ari Emanuel wrote letters to get my deals dropped. Ben Shapiro is currently connecting death to my name. The Jews are still positioned between me and my audience. The visibility has been limited by X. This post may violate X's rules against hateful content. Well, why am I able to see it? I don't want to see that. But again, here he's naming people. I'm no fan of Ben Shapiro in the least, okay? But this anti-Semitic rant that he's on, again, is just promoting hate. And I don't see the profound statement. I don't see what he's trying to do here other than sabotage his own legacy. You know who hates black people the most? Black people. You know who kills the most black people? Black people. Okay, so that's not even like controversial. That's like, okay, good point. So funny how niggas rapping about killing niggas is not hate, but posting a SWAT sticker is hate. Well, we can get into that discussion, the use of the word. I think it's Randall Kennedy. Who wrote a book called Nigger back in the day. I think he wrote it maybe 10, 15 years ago. He wrote this book, but it discusses the use of that word and this concept that us as black people have embraced the word, so we've removed the nastiness that's associated with it by owning it ourselves. I've never fallen into that particular philosophy or thought process that we should continue to use it, and I slightly understand where he's going with this. But again, comparing it to a sticker of hate from a regime, a dictator, the Third Reich and Hitler, who killed 6 million Jews plus, and to a group of people who have been persecuted throughout the world through history before Hitler. It's just not, that SWAT sticker also goes against black people, goes against minorities, it goes against people, disabilities. Hitler hated a bunch of people. So the SWAT sticker thing is just another conversation, but it's a level of hate that's inexcusable, and it's not something you can ever justify. I'm sorry, I just can't. Yeezy does not hire fat or ugly people. No, he's just trolling people, right? It's just, some people I love, some people I got love for. I don't hate anyone. I just don't care about them enough to hate them. I'm going to start calling BITCHs faggots, and some I'm not homophobic. Again, now he's going after, my sales doubled since last night. Damn, the world must be racist like me. So now he's equating his rants and his social media and the anti-Semitism, he's associating that with a rise in sales. Like, he's eliciting a response. He's getting attention. And that's what this whole thing feels like, a cry for help, and a man who's off his medication and has totally lost his mind. I could keep reading this, but I don't want to. There's just so much here. I don't need or want the support of no broke-ass slave musicians. You are all slaves. Y'all slaves to Nike when you there. Y'all slaves to your label. See, again, now, stuff like that, him calling out the industry and how artist relationships are within the industry and how that whole thing works, yeah, sure, okay, you're really not offending too many people there. But when he starts getting into the anti-Semitism, the blatant anti-Semitism, and it's not even like masked it's something you could rationalize and say, okay, he made a comment regarding the percentage of Jewish people in the industry who might control contractual stuff or control the industry from behind the scenes. That's not anti-Semitic to say. I mean, some person like Ben Shapiro could look at it like that, just making the statement that, hey, a good percentage of Jewish people own a certain amount of industry, the major studios and such, right? That's not anti-Semitic to say. It's just a data point, right? But what he's doing is, again, he's directly expressing hate towards a group of people. And I can't get behind that. I can't justify that. I can't. In no way whatsoever can I look at this and feel like, you know, I don't know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not even going to keep reading it. I just want to get into the more important points here. Being what really is disturbing me about this is, again, watching somebody so talented destroy their legacy, and a huge legacy, like an amazing legacy, to be destroyed almost within a few hours is really pathetic. It's really sad. And I think the worst part of it is he's got children. He's got beautiful children with his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, right? Who has proven to be, you know, a great mother, come from a great pedigree, the family. That's a family business, but they are family. They are always together, and they got beautiful girls and boys. And I just feel bad for the kids, because you're teaching. It's different if you're a nutcase in the music industry, or an artist that's got a few things to say about the business. It's another thing when you're promoting hate against a group of people who have suffered hate against them. You know, it's the same thing with our people, right? You can't push that narrative, and you certainly shouldn't do that when you have children. You know, North spends a lot of time with him, and North, you can see, is very close to him, and North probably, you know, that's daddy's girl, right? But he's got Saint, you know, he put out another tweet, which I didn't even talk about, but he did a tweet regarding, I guess, his upcoming album, and he's calling it Bully. And it's because he asked his son about why his son kicked another child or something along those lines. And he said, oh, because the kid was weak. So he's like celebrating and endorsing his son being a bully, to the point where he's naming an album called Bully, and it's to honor his son being a bully. It's like, what are you teaching your children? This goes beyond you now. This is like you're teaching hate to your children. You're teaching your kids to be bully, and you think that's a somehow artistic expression of being different. Somehow you're a genius because you're promoting your child as being a bully. That's just that's abusive at this point. And again, the direct anti-Semitism and the hatred against Jews, and I can say that clearly without any, we should not be hating people, we should not be hurting people, we should not be, as Americans, looking at any group of people and looking to just, like, it's disgusting and it's ugly. I can say what I want about Israel and what's going on with the genocide in Gaza, ethnic cleansing, and Netanyahu being a war criminal. I can say that without hating Jewish people. What Kanye West is doing is on so many levels, on just so many levels. It's sad. It's pathetic. It's hostile. It is not good. And I wish he would get back. He can't. I don't even think he can get back. Like, this is not like the Taylor Swift thing where he went on stage and did some obnoxious crap. This goes beyond that. And I feel bad for him. I feel bad for his children more than I do for him, because they've got to grow up with this legacy, and hopefully they can separate themselves. At some point they get older. I don't want to see the seeds of hatred sown in those beautiful children, and that's what I fear the most. That's what I see here. And yeah, I'm upset by the fact that I've stood up for, or I've got love in my heart as a human being, and as a black man, as a brother, looking at Kanye as a brother, somebody who's meant so much to me in music. In terms of what I've listened to over the years and how much I've respected him, to have to dial that down now in some way and feel bad if I start playing College Dropout or Graduation or the Yeezus album, or God, name the albums. I mean, Late Registration, I can go on and on. Do I not play these albums because this guy's an anti-Semitic? Like, I don't know. I feel bad. I wish somehow he gets help. If they need to lock this man up, I don't know if he can apologize ever for this. It's gone too far. It's gone over the line. He makes a bunch of attacks on other rappers, the industry. He's insulting everybody. So when you do that and you have no friends and you've got nowhere to go, and all you can do is parade your wife around naked, which I didn't even touch on that yet, but the idea that, I think I talked about it during the video I did regarding After the Grammys, where I talked about Kendrick's historic win and I talked about Kanye and Bianca Censori. I mean, I don't know what's going on there with her. I don't know what he's promoting. I don't know if she's like some some slave of his. I don't know if she's got her own mind, if she's drugged out, if she's crazy, if this is a mutual crazy thing. They're just trying to make statements? I don't know. All I know, the anti-Semitism, the stuff against everybody, and the fact he's got children and he's just allowing this diarrhea of the mouth is really, really bad. And I'm saddened by it. Anyway, Time to Talk podcast. I wanted to get on here and talk about it. Let me know in the comments below. Were you a Kanye fan? Are you not going to be a Kanye fan now? How do you feel about this? Can anything be done? Do you think he can bounce back? Let me know in the comments below. I truly appreciate that. Subscribe if you've not subscribed to this channel. We're going to keep growing, and I really appreciate when you guys do that. The people who've already subscribed, I appreciate you being here and watching the videos. Please hit the like on the way out. It makes a really big difference. Do not skip it. Just hit the like. Boom. Like. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next Time to Talk podcast. Peace.